thanks for taking the time to do this. And I'm just going to start with this. So how long have you been using Microvellum?
We switched over to Microvellum back in early 2008, and we've been using Microvellum since that.
What made you switch to Microvellum?
Well, honestly, it was our first CAD/CAM software, and we had to find ways to minimize cost and save on the materials. And it was the first basically big move we ever did, and we just purchased the software and we took it from there.
What size shop are you running?
My shop is fairly small. It's a 5,000 square feet. We're based in New York, in the five boroughs in New York. It's convenient for my clients to pick up their stuff from here when they go most of their work in the city.
And about how many people you got working for you?
I have 5 full-time personnel working in the shop.
What product are you producing for the most part?
We've been supplying for the last, I think, decade, a fairly amount of developers, specifically some fairly large developers in the city. And we started in the beginning with 3 kitchens, 4 kitchens a month. And now we're up to 40 kitchens plus a month with 5 guys.
That's insane. 40 kitchens a month with 5 guys. So what?
4-0, yeah.
It blew me away when I was there. It still blows me away today. It's crazy how much output that is, especially with the size of the shop.
I mean, the only limitation we had is it's really the storage. So every time we stack our 6 to 7 kitchens, we need to move them out, or otherwise it would be jammed up for the next order.
Yeah, no, that makes sense for sure. What would you say plays into being able to output that much?
You need good people. So, with the ability that you have a good software and a good machinery, you can almost pick and choose your good employees and grow with your shop. Mm-hmm. And it was definitely a learning curve in the beginning, but we finally got it, and I think we almost maxed out of our capacity.
Do you think that Microvellum's been a pretty good piece of being able to produce that much?
Without Microvellum, it could not be done. I mean, we tried, we've been in business since '76. So we've done the whole custom stuff and the whole lots of carpenters and the whole panel saw. And without, automation and good software, you cannot do this.
So what does your workflow look like with Microvellum?
Usually I come early in the morning. I do my programming. I run like batch reports on 3-4 kitchens at a time, and by the time the crew gets here, we run everything together, and so there's a constant flow. And again, it's like the more capable you are, you build with your clients, the more better your shop gets. Your clients trust you and be able to extend themselves, and at the same time, you get better and you get more work out.
Yep. Do you have everything saved into the library when you're dropping your cabinets in for the kitchens?
Mostly, believe it or not, all my stuff can be found at your generic library. I mean, there's tons of stuff that you can just slightly modify. I have created some of my own personal stuff that I use, continuously. Mm-hmm. But I can say 80% everything is there in the library.
What kind of other technology are you using in the shop? Like,
we're running everything on BAC automation line. Loading, unloading, labeling, and all that stuff automated, which it helps. Mm-hmm. We just purchased a new Pure Stream A that just came in a couple of weeks ago. We also running Production Coach, which can sort our parts, and it kind of like organize our stuff. So this way we're not wasting time and looking for stuff. It kind of like everything is sorted by the software.
Yep.
And everything plays a role, from Microvellum to engineering to cutting to the guys putting the stuff together, and 40 kitchens. It's In the end, it's 40 kitchens a month.
How many people are using Microvellum to output that?
Only me.
Looking towards the future now, what do you think the future is for you? Do you want to just keep doing what you're doing, or do you have anticipation to grow more?
I think my plans in the future is definitely a bigger space because we can definitely do a lot more. We just, like I said, we're limited with our space and what we can, take on. I would definitely like to take in more custom-made stuff, with product extrusion and all that stuff that you guys, we're capable of using Microvellum.
Mm-hmm.
For now, I think that's the plan. That's the big plan.
Do you have any advice for anybody who, is looking at the software with that, wonder, is it going to work for me or not? Do you have any advice for them?
My advice is to jump in and do it because, like I said, I've done, the one-man carpenter, the table saw and the material you save just on the saving and the time on just basically break it down the parts for you. You just have to do it. It's no-brainer.
When you first started, the learning curve obviously was a little bit, but you've gotten used to things and you're progressing, and that's not really an issue anymore.
I had a basic, moderate AutoCAD basic, so it kind of drew me to Microvellum more than the other software because I can implement directly from the architects the drawing that most of them are in AutoCAD and, ship them directly, import them directly to Microvellum. Luckily, I had an AutoCAD base, like a basic information about that. And I was able to expand into Microvellum.
And you're using that AutoCAD, portion of the software now, they both work hand in hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
AutoCAD and Microvellum, they're AutoCAD base and it works good together. And so when you're doing takeoffs, you just implement the architect's floor plan right in and you can just build directly on the floor plan. That's what I do most of the time.
If you were to sum up the impact Microvellum has made on your business in one sentence, what do you think it would be?
In business or out of business?
That's a good answer.
And there's no lie. Honestly, it's the first step to automation. It's the first step to CNC working. And coming from a traditional shop, it can be for the smaller shop to the medium shop to the larger shop. You just have to take the plunge and start.
There's more on a personal note. How was your vacation before? I know you took some time.
Well, okay. So this is the benefit of automation and software and everything. In the old days, it was to be torture. You used to go on vacation, come back to mayhem. It's like again, it's a small shop. At our highest, we had 29 guys. Now with things are more automated and things are more digital, you can log into anywhere, either TeamViewer or Chrome Desk and run your operation like you were in your office. So I can say that my vacation has been great.
Great. Again, I appreciate you taking the time to do this for sure.
Listen, it was a pleasure. And I enjoy your product and I hope more people get in the train and use it more.